and they was losing everything, and they have to give up all their positions. So there's many, many leelas there in that way, where you can understand. If we just avoid this one important thing, to always respect Vaishnava, Guru is Gyan is the third place in the offense of the holy name. That is number 3. It's mostly not happened, but also happened. But number 1 is Vaishnava Ninda. That is a big problem. If you look in the internet nowadays, I don't want to mention all this gram and how this all name there, but some people writing there, better to close it and not read it. It's very bad. Because your mind will be polluted. You will think whole day about, why he say like this about him, about here. Useless. In my case, I take the example of one of the 6 Goswamis, Raghunath Pata Goswami. If anyone came to him and told, "Oh Maharaj, have you heard about this, that group?" And he said, "Sorry, Baba, I am chanting a fixed number of name. I need many hours in the day just to finish the name. I have to study, I have to make seva. If I start talking, listen to you now what you say. I cannot, this 24 hours is not enough to finish my bhajan. So please don't say." So to completely avoid this useless talking about that group and how they are doing and what they are doing and what he is doing, what is this religion, that religion, why? With other scriptures, let everybody do what they do. I am not in the power to take one out and say this is wrong what you're doing. So let them find out themselves. They will find out after some time. Why? Because this material nature will teach us a very hard lesson. When Narayan is in the slumber and creating all these universes, he sent one thing who everyone fears. Very fearsome. What is that? Somebody know? He created one very fearful energy. Kala, time, who swallows everything. And everybody is afraid of that. Because he thinks he's a body, he's a mind, he has this nation, that nation, and this and that. So how to wake up from this wrong understanding? Krishna Bhakti Chanamula Hoy, Sadhu Sangha. Without Sadhu Sangha, how somebody will practice Bhakti? With the inspiration will not come. You will chant Hare Krishna, you will think immediately something else. Very difficult. But if you listen Maharaj, sweet bhajan, or kirtan, artik, then your mind will be focused on the sound, on this divine name. And that is the whole thing what we have to understand. We have to get a taste for the holy name, for the Kanamrita, or the Krishna Amrit Katha, Nectar Katha, Sat Katha, eternal speaking of the transcendental, beautiful form, character, name, and his pastimes of the Lord. He is so important. Everything is He. Everything comes from Him. What we are thinking separately, to waste the time with so many things, working whole life so hard to make a house, to make a room, to make a flat where you live, for what? Something you have to do, but you will have to live it. If all this energy, you go to work very hard to get the money to do all desires, need this, you need that, but actually not everything you need, something need, okay. Then you put that energy in the bhajan, in the listening, in the serving the Vaishnavas to follow this instruction of Guru to worship Krishna, then the life will be wonderful. And in the end of the life, maybe we become unconscious for 1, 2, 3 days. I saw this. We cannot think of Krishna. And if you don't practice anything, you will anyway not think of Krishna in that moment. Yam yam abhismaram payam ityate kalevaram. You will go there what you think that time. How you change the thinking in the last moment? Only if you practice in your present life now. In last moment, the last few years, when we become old, then I will surrender. Forget it. Immediately. If anything have to be done, you have to start immediately that moment the bhajan. And the surrendering process means step by step you cannot I give up everything in a moment. Krishna saw this is not possible. Nobody followed this. Last instruction of Bhagavad Gita. So he come again as a Sankirtan father to spread this divine name all everywhere. And all who saw him, eyewitness, directly witness, they become fascinated. He told them, no, come with me. You go home, you become a guru, you preach to the people in your village, here, there, you speak about Krishna. No other topic. Not going esoteric and this stuff and that stuff and how management and all that. My God, you lose time. There's no time to lose. Kala is make everyone afraid who not surrender, of course. That is the special energy. Like once Maharaj mentioned that fear is only there if you don't know anything about Krishna. Means he's a God. Okay, you can call him another name also, but we call him Krishna. All attractive, completely fascinating, with most beautiful, unlimited pastimes. You cannot speak. If you speak with 1,000 words like Anantadev for millions of lives, you cannot finish one day of his pastimes. Unlimited, so much dynamic, so much exercise there, so much ras is flowing. That ras, that our soul, who we are, we need that. This is our soul's food. Only food for the body. Prasadam is nice, but also have a subtle reaction if you make with love and we surrendered and offer to Krishna in a nice way, and you chant a certain amount of name, then he will accept that. That's a very powerful elixir to clean the mind, to make it more clear. This is the aid. How do so? The aid, prasadam. And the medicine, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Without offense, just continue chanting. In the mind, loud, in the dream, anytime. No restriction in bathroom, if you eat, if you sleep, or you work, you sit on the computer, whatever you do, just chant his name. Up to the last breath. Up to the last breath. This is Gurudev's was his instruction. My desire is to chant up to the last breath. And whole life spent only to preach about the glories of the holy name. Everybody wants nectar, everybody wants party, everybody wants festival, everybody wants to become free from fear, from finance disaster, no enough money, all this stuff. Yes, start immediately with Bhakti Yoga. All those desires will be fulfilled. Akama, Savakama, Moksha, Kama, David, different Bhakti Yoga, Cheta, Purushambaram, Purusha, Krishna, the highest, the God, the Lord, Supreme Lord, you worship immediately Him. Akama, like a devotee, no desire. Sakama, all desires. Moksha, Kama, want to be free. Worship Purusham, Param, the highest Lord, Krishna. No Taub should be there just to start with Bhakti, then you come to Yoga, then you come to Jnana, then you come to Karma. Is the wrong direction. We have to go the other way. Karma, Jnana, Yoga, add little Bhakti, and then go dive deep in the Bhakti Yoga process. It was very easy made now in this Yoga. You chant the name, you hear about Krishna, worship Krishna, bow down to Krishna, try to serve Vaishnavas, respect them, not thinking bad about them, whatever it is. All these so many subtle things there, we must learn that, to cut against this, to develop our faith deeply in the divine name and chanting. And so many examples there in our scriptures, who is their life's prana. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Like you have to breathe. All the time, unconsciously you breathe all the time. Radhe Yam, Radhe Yam. It's a long way to reach that point, because you have to become a bit free from sin, from offense, from everything, to come to that level. Then it will go automatically. It will be, the high energy will lead that. You have to do nothing. You can become like a small baby where everything is done by the mother. And also examples there, like Bharat Maharaj, he showed that attachment is a problem, especially when you leave a body, because you have to return to that place what you think. You have to spend 3 lives. But who was he? He was not an ordinary person. He was that person who could give up everything in a moment. A beautiful young wife, beautiful young children, healthy, good, and he was emperor of the whole planet. He left them in a moment and said, no, this is some Maya is there, but I want to develop more my path to Prem. I want to, this ecstasy to God is covering everything. So he went, but finally by the attachment to this deer, by some accident, the deer fall down there in the river, for the deer mother died because of the shock of the tiger, and he raised the deer. Like people raising dogs or horses or any kind of animal, house animals, they're raising them. So the mind is with their external body. So finally, when he left his body, he was so much, he left also his practice. He is every day less. Until that point, he was just in the mind only the deer. And one day the deer was not there. So he ran in the madness here and there. Oh, I am guilty because this small baby deer is dependent on me and I do not care what happened. He ran here and there. Finally, he fell in the well down very deep and was remembering that and left his body and got the deer body. Yam yam apismaram payam antiyade kalebaram. Smaranam pavam, what do you think? So he got that body. But the good thing in his case was he could remember what happened. We cannot remember what happened, who we in our last life. Maybe some speculation there, it was like this, that, but sure not last. So then he, in his dear body, he went again to the ashram, to these holy saints, where they make every day Harikatha, bhajan, worshipping Krishna. And when he left the dear body, he became absolute abatut. He became Chat Parat, who is not caring for nothing. No speaking, no listening anyone, nothing. Just inside relishing this loving connection with the Supreme. And his parents was really disappointed with him because he wanted to teach him some sauchyam, means cleanliness. After toilet you have to take shower, clean with soap, everything nice. He makes just the opposite, just to frustrate them. And when they left, his brothers, they was burned rice and anything left, it just like in a dog, feeding a dog gave to him. He don't care for nothing, he just relishes bliss inside. Then they put him on a battlefield like a scarecrow, or how to say this? Scarecrow? Vogelscheuche? Scarecrow. He was like to put some stick with something that the animals not eating the crops. He was staying there in ecstasy. He not care for the outside world. Never talk to anyone. Not listen anything. And he just like a thump and crazy person. Then there was a group of worshippers of Durga Ma. They were searching some sacrifice, some animal to sacrifice on the altar to get money, some richness. Like today is a special day, or actually tomorrow, but actually in Brazil, or this Akshatritya. Means the moon and sun is on the highest place now. Whatever you start on this day, the material spiritual will develop very, very nicely. So, but on his level, I want to come back to his level, what level of consciousness, he cannot care for anything. Our species, not our species, nothing. Just, he remember everything. He was the emperor of the whole planet, Bharat Maharaj. But thinking in last moment of it, he became a deer. Now again, he got this body, remember this, 2 lives before. So he didn't want to entangle him with anything in this world. Then they took him. They found that man is a very strong, good man, looking nicely. So they took him, they cleaned him, put nice clothes, everything, preparing. They want to offer the human, the man, to the Durga. The place is there, if you go to North India and Punjab, the Vaishnavi, if you go there. I was not there, but I listened. So they was preparing everything, very beautiful, with flowers and nice decoration, and they want to make a nice sacrifice to Durga Devi. Then the man came who have to cut. They put him there. Huh? But now comes the point. How was his reaction? That nobody can play this. To be in such a moment, if somebody want to take your head, you just be same like 5 seconds, minutes, or hours before, same, no change, nothing, same. Will it happen now or not happen? What will happen? If on that level anybody is, you have to do nothing. No bhajan, no, you must go to Harikatha, serve Vaishnava, nothing you have to do, you'll be just already connected. Any moment connected. No any need to do anything anymore. And what happened? The Vaishnavi or the Durga Devi, Shakti, she could not tolerate. She is in charge of the universal affairs like Mahadev, Maheshwara. So they are the divine masculine and female form of the creation, created by Bhagavan. So this deity was bursting, blowing up, and she came out alive. And what she did, she saved her devotee. It's innocent devotee there, if no sin, no apparat, nothing there. It's clean. So what do you want to do, this gangster? So they start cut all their 8 arms, they open all the weapons and finish everything there. Blood was everywhere. She was playing football with their heads. It was a big mess there. And he was just lying there, everything like in a horror film, if you go to look all these things. Then, okay, the film was over, finished, the big mess. And he went up and just he went his way. One devotee asked our Gurudev, he said, how is this deity, this Durga? Yes, it's full of life. It's not a stone or a statue. This life is there, and it's approved. This is not an invented story. This is really happened. Otherwise, it would be not written in Bhagavatam, in the Puranas, by the Ganesh and by the great Vyasadeva who give all this knowledge to us. He just went, okay, I will die now, I will leave. Everything connected with Bhagavan, 24 hours, 7, 365, complete connected. So no fear, no problem, nothing will happen. Why? Life was, is, will be. Nothing to do with body. Of course, everything we can speak. We read, we speak, we hear, we speak, we repeat. But the point is, when it comes to test, when the moment comes, then the test will come for everyone. Then we cannot escape color. Time is also here seva to Bhagavan. So Jat Bharat, he went, and on the way was a great king, Maharaj Rahugana. He was on the way to the Kapila ashram to get instruction from Sri Guru there, with the palanquin, 4 men carrying, and 1 man was lost. Something happened. So he was roaming here and there, then they find that strong man, he said, okay, they take this man. They took him. It's a great, if you take a sadhu, the Brahmin, you carry a palanquin. I mean, this is also not good. So they don't know this. They took him and he just carried the palanquin. The king was there and he was walking the way. And because he don't want to harm even the ant. So he just avoided to finish even the insect on the ground. So he walked like this. And the king was shaking and he said, what is going on? Which man you brought here? What is doing? Can you go normal? Then they chastised, yeah, the new man is like this. Then, okay, chastise him, speaking heavy to him, and continue, but same thing happened. Up to that point, he became so angry. Then he came out, he came down, he said, who are you? You know who I am. I'm the king. Well, what are you doing? Why are you disturbing me like this? Then, first time, after the whole life not speak one word, not listen anything from anybody, he starts speaking to him. He told, what do you think? You think you're a king? In this life you are king, what you will be the next life? Maybe the role is changed. You will be the slave and another one is the king. You don't pay your people, so why are you doing this? And then immediately Maharaj Hugana, he understood that is not ordinary person. When he open speaking, very powerful. No? When Gurudev, Sadhu, when they're speaking, there's very, very strong elixir coming out. He understands this is very spiritual advanced person. And he became very humble and immediately offers respect to him. And then he said, please, my dear sage, can you give me instruction on about a devotional life? To connect myself to the divine, to the Supreme Lord. And how you attain to that position. How you get such a highly elevated position, like Paramahamsa. Then he said to him, you have to do only one thing. You must smear your whole body with a dust of the lotus feet of the pure Vaishnavas. You take that dust and you roll in that dust, you put your whole body in this dust. Then you will become to that stage. The dust, the bottom, the feet wash water, and Mahaprasad, the remnants for the Guru, the Sadhu, what they're taking this, you take the rest of this. There is the most strong substance to attain this bhakti. It's not studying. I can learn the Rig, Chaudu, Rig, all these Vedas, I can learn them. I saw people who can speak one whole Veda, all fluently, without text. This can do. But you have to, the final proof is that the Lord, He must be satisfied. Krishna must be satisfied. So therefore these methods are there. And in Gaura Lila there's unlimited pastimes, how somebody receives this water, how somebody eats the remnants of the Vaishnava, how they take the dust. Devotees basically don't want this. People come, like we had the Naga Sankirtan in Alicante last week, then some Indian lady came immediately in our group inside and she became mad. She wants to take the dust of all devotees. Of course, they have some understanding. Other people, we just look, what is this people doing? They're singing and chanting and very loud. But this is essential. Mahaprabhu says, don't have doubts in these things. Not doubt this. Food, wash, water, the remnants of food and the dust of the Vaishnavas is very powerful to get to that devotional point. So Rahugana Maharaj no need to continue to the Kapila ashram. He got his Gurudev, he got his instructions, and he advised him, and he made his life perfect. Maharaj, you will speak something? Yes. Thank you very much for listening. There's so many things to say. We just touch a little of Srimad Bhagavatam, the Puranas, the creation story, and how to develop original love to God. Prema Bhakti, Sneha, Mana, Raga, Anuraga, Mahabhav. This is a completely other dimension. But that human can attain up to Prema, and that is was given by the Lord Himself. Do His dancing, do His singing, and do the instruction to His devotees. Vancha kalpadarubhyascha kripa sindhuvevacha patitanam bhavanebhyo vaishnebhyo namo namaha. Jai Srila Gurudev Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana ki jai. Listen.
Damodar Maharaj, yeah?
He will come also here.
He will come here on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
Saturday I'm here, yeah.
Yes.
Meet him. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanam Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena
Tasmai Sri Gurave Namah. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namah. Narayanam Gurum Vande Sharanyam Bhakta Bandhavam Gauramanubhishtam Purnam Radha Dasyam Pradayakam Rupanugacharya Varyam Rupamam Jari Prishtakam Patita Pavana Karuniyam Yugacharya Narayanam Vancha Kalupatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namni Gaura Tuise Namah. Shama Sundara Shikanda Shekara Izmiraha Saramurali Manohara Radhikara Sikamam Kripanide Swapriya Charana Kinkarim Kuru Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priyam Vrindayai Tulasi Deviyai Priyayai Keshavasacha Krishna Bhakti Prade Devi Satyavatyai Namo Namah. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ramo Ramo Hare Hare. So first of all I begin offering my most humble obeisances to the dust of the lotus feet of Paramaradhatama Sri Guru Pada Padma Nitrila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtotara Sata Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Srila Gurudeva, and to my worshipable Shikshan Sannyasa Guru Nitrila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotara Sata Srimad Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, and to Nitrila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahamsa Parivrajaka Ashtotara Sata Srimad Srila Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Maharaj, and to Nitrila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Ashtotara Sata Srimad Srila Bhakti Sadhaka Muni Goswami Maharaj, to all Shri Rupano Gauriya Guru Varga, to all Tridandi Sannyasis, Brahmacharis, Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, and to all the assembled devotees present today, head by Pujapad Bhakti Chakur Narasimha Maharaj, my Dandavat Pranam. So by the causeless mercy of Srila Gurudeva and all Mahabhagavatas Acharyas, we are able to assemble here one more time. So Maharaj spoke very beautiful about the importance of surrendering to the Supreme Lord. And particularly this pastime of Jhara Bharat is a very, very powerful pastime. My Gurudev used to say that if you want to learn what is absorption in Krishna Bhakti, you have to study this pastime of Jhara Bharat. So in this way, we have heard that also Maharaj mentioned that tomorrow is a very special day. It is called Akshaya Tritiya. Tomorrow is a very auspicious day. Not today, not tomorrow. Tomorrow here, tomorrow in India also. But in half of the south, on the West Hemisphere is today. Like in America, in South America, this is today. But for us, it is tomorrow, and India also tomorrow. So, why is this day so special? Akshaya Tritiya. There are many reasons. One reason is that this is the first day of the creation. So in this very day, Brahma, he begins the creation. He begins the creation of the material universe. So therefore, there is a very powerful blessing in this day. Any project, any activity that you start in this day, it will be everlasting. Because the word Akshaya means everlasting, inexhaustible. So in this way, many people, they take opportunity in this day to start a new business, to start a new type of, activity, studies, projects, so many things you can start on this day. Then it has great chances to be successful. Great chances. It's not 100% guarantee, of course, depends on many things, but it is a great opportunity to take the push of this favorable, auspicious energy. But then you can ask the question, very fair question, how anything in this world can be everlasting? We are living in a temporary world, right? In a material world. So why is it said that everything you do in this Akshaya Tritiya, it will be everlasting? If not even this material universe is everlasting. So yes, so this is a type of cheating from the Vedas for those who are attracted to, for those who are karmis. Karmis means those who want to enjoy the fruits of the material world, of their activities. So for them is being told that this is everlasting. So they will, feel inspired to do something positive in this day. Also, is a best day to give donations. To give donations to temples, to saints, to guru, to Vaishnavas. It's a very auspicious. Also, if you give donation in that day, your money will also be everlasting. You always have whatever you need, it will come. Cannot be everlasting, we know already. But it can be abundant, then that is also good. We have enough funds to maintain our life, to do our spiritual practice, to serve the saints, to serve the temples. Then this is a great thing. So in this way, many people tomorrow, they will perform yagyas, fire sacrifice. Today, in the morning, I was busy because of that, because in Brazil is Akshaya Tritiya, so I used to organize a big fire ceremony there, so I had to be online organizing that, so it was just on the time of, this morning program. I could not actually change that at any cost. So, in this way, people are searching for any type of relief, actually. As Maharaj mentioned, this material world is full of suffering, full of miseries. We are struggling to, try to be happy, to be positive. But the nature of this material world is such that it always brings troubles and problems, and shortages and scarcity, miseries. So therefore, we are very busy always looking for how to minimize this, how to avoid this, right? But there is a solution. It's not that there is no solution. There is solution. And the only solution is to engage in bhakti to the Supreme Lord. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Krishna, he is telling to Uddhav. What he's saying? Na sadhayati mam jogo, na sankyam dharma uddhava, na swadhyayas tapastyago yatha bhaktir mamorjita. What Krishna is saying? My dear Uddhav, the unalloyed devotional service rendered to me by my devotees brings me under their control. But I cannot be controlled. by those who are engaged in mystic yoga, in Sankhya philosophy, in pious works, in Vedic studies, austerities, or renunciation. So what Krishna is saying, the yogis, the karmis, the jnanis, the tapasvis, the danis, although they do very nice things, they do great activities, they perform great penances, they give a lot of money in charity, but still Krishna says they cannot control my heart. They cannot control me. They can somehow move me, attract me to some extent, but they cannot control me. And control means that Krishna, he'll be bound to run where you are by your devotion. So Krishna says very clear to Uddhav, my devotees, my pure devotees, they are able to attract me wherever they are. So, in this way, there is a solution for all the problems of this world. And the solution is to engage ourselves in bhakti. In Srimad Bhagavatam it is said, Savai pungsam paro dharmo jatho bhakti radukshaje ahaitukya pratihata yajatma suprasidati. There is one activity for all the living beings that is called supreme dharma, param dharma, that is bhakti. And if you perform ahaitukya pratihata, means if your devotion is unmotivated and uninterrupted, then what happens? Atma suprasidati. Your soul becomes fully satisfied. So that supreme dharma, that supreme occupation, that is superior to any other activity in this world, that is bhakti to the Supreme Lord. And if we do it, that's the only way to be happy. In Srimad Bhagavatam, Sutta Goswami is telling to Shaunaka and other rishis, if you want to be happy, Atma Suprasidati, then there is only one way, you have to engage in bhakti. Because this very existence of our soul, it is for God's service. He created us for His sake, not for our own sake. Right? I think this is something very basic, even obvious, but sometimes it's difficult to see the obvious thing. It needs someone to come and tell you, hey, look, this is in front of your face. You're missing it. And then you say, oh my God, it was there all the time, I was just unable to see it. So this is how bhakti comes in our life. Because due to the influence of Maya, we are deluded. We think we are these bodies, we think we are these senses, this mind, this personality, and we are engaged in trying to, become very successful in many things. So we are just missing completely the point. All right, so tomorrow you know already what to do, right? So also, tomorrow is also a very special day because it starts the Chandan Yatra festival. Yes. Chandan Yatra is, in my opinion, the most sweet festival of Krishna in our calendar, in the yearly calendar. Chandana means sandal, sandalwood. So in this very day in India, it starts actually the first part of the summer. There are two types of summer in India. One is the dry summer, one is the wet summer. It is almost 7 months of summer in India. So now it is starting the dry summer before the monsoon. Means from May to June and July, 3 months. And then August, September, October, then due to be the wet summer with the monsoon. So, therefore, in this very day, the beginning of the summer, Krishna, he demands that all his deities all around the world should be completely covered in sandal paste. Because sandal has a property of cooling. Sandal is very cooling. And the scripture says in Bhakti Rasamrita, in Ujjvala Nirmani actually says that Radharani, she becomes camphor and sandal to cool Krishna's body. So Krishna wants to be completely covered in this sandal paste, because that is actually the presence of Radharani. Because Radharani, she is the only one who is able to cool down Krishna's heat. And what is that heat? That heat comes from separation. When Krishna is feeling separation, then a lot of heat comes. Then if Radha comes, then the separation is over. So the heat is also over. So in this way, there is this beautiful festival in India. And behind this, there is also a very nice story of Madhavendra Puripad. Madhavendra Puripad, he is one of our gurus in our line. He is more than 500 years ago, almost 600 years ago, he came. He came even before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, 2 generations before Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was considered to be the first ankur, the first sprout of Krishna Prema, Radha Prema, Raganuga Bhakti in this world prior to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance. And he is the Param Guru of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So there is a very famous story with Madhavendra Puri. Madhavendra Puri, he was extremely renounced person. He was so thin and frail that if you see him, you could think that he would break just by walking. Such austere person. Always chanting the holy names, always chanting Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. And he used to walk all over India to all the holy places of India. So finally he arrived in Govardhan. Govardhan is a place in Vrindavan that there is a famous hill called Govardhan Hill that Krishna lifted. So when he arrived there, he was actually doing a very strong vow. What was his vow? To only drink milk, nothing else, and he only could accept milk if someone would bring and give him. He would never even ask to drink milk from anyone. So you can imagine how many times he was eating in his, week, on his day. So he was always completely absorbed, chanting, remembering Krishna in all the eternal pastimes. And one day he is nearby Govardhan Hill. And then, in Govinda Kunda. Govinda Kunda is a lake in front of Govardhan that was created by the bathing ceremony that Indra gave to Krishna after he lifted Govardhan. So then, suddenly, one small boy came, a cowherd boy. He came and he approached him and he said, Baba, what happened? You are very thin. You're not eating anything? Madhavendra Puri looked to him and didn't say anything. He said, Baba, in my village, no one fasts. In my village, everyone should eat very, very sumptuously, very nicely. No one can fast here. So therefore my mother sent some milk to you. So he gave him a can with milk. And he said, okay, thank you. He didn't say anything, and then the boy left also. Then after some time, he finished his sadhana, and then he came to drink that milk. So he drank the whole milk for his full satisfaction. And for his surprise, he was feeling some ecstasy coming in his body. Ecstatic transformations were manifesting in his body. And he thought, what type of milk is this? What kind of milk is this? What did he put there? Any magic drop? He said, what I'm feeling here, I cannot understand. So he felt unconscious, in trance, and he was there unconscious for a long time. Then that very boy who brought the milk to him came in his dream and he said, Baba, my body is burning, so much heat in my body. You have to help me. I am, Sorry? Okay. Yeah. So my body is burning, please you come and rescue me. And then Madhavendra Puri is thinking, but who is this boy? Then that boy turned into Krishna. So that was Krishna himself who came to give him that milk. And now Krishna Gopal, in his dream, he's telling, please, actually, I am for many, many years, buried in this bush, inside of a bush, in the form of a deity. The Pujari, when he was escaping from the, Muslim invasion of Vrindavan, he hid me in this bush. So I'm here for a long time, so much hot, my body is burning, please you come rescue me. And then he said, yes, okay. Then he come out of his dream, not understanding what is going on, but he said, I must check that bush that I saw in my dream. So he called some Brajavasis, some, nearby villagers, and brought them there, and they started to dig and to clean that area, and then they found the very beautiful deity of Gopal. Small Krishna Gopal. This deity's name is Srinath Ji. Srinath means the Lord of Radha, Shri. So then they brought this, and now Madhavendra Puri, he become, in charge of taking care of the deity. So again, Gopal comes in his dream and say, see, my body is very hot, I need to take bath, so you have to perform Abhishek. Every day, non-stop, you have to bathe me, every day continuously, and offer me bhoga, offer me food. So for 2 years, continuously non-stop, Madhavendra Puri, he organized so much bathing, Abhishek of Krishna, and also Anakuta Mahotsav. Anakuta means when you offer to Krishna a large amount of food. When I say large, it's not just a big, large pot. It is mountains of food, really, really mountains of food. If you go to India and you take part of any Anakut, the thousands of preparations are there. They will fill up this whole hall only with food. So this is Anakut. I am sure that you also do here. You might also fill up this whole thing with preparations. It happens in the month of Kartik. So if perhaps you get opportunity, you can come in this Anakuta Mahotsav. It's the greatest, festival. So much opulence, so much food, so much prasadam. So then, Gopal told Madhavendra Puri, you should do this. So for 2 years, every day, Madhavendra Puri was calling different people from different villages. He made different villages in charge of every day, different village in charge of the seva. So in one day, one whole village would cook things and also bring a lot of milk and a lot of water to bathe the deity. So the deity was receiving a milk bath and also this Manasi Ganga bath and so many holy waters there in Vrindavan. But still, Gopal was feeling hot. And again he came in the dream of Madhavendra Puri. And he said, I am still burning. I am not able to cool down even after so much bath. So you have to do one thing. You have to go to Jagannath Puri. And you have to bring sandalwood from Jagannath Puri. Because in Jagannath Puri, there is the festival of Chandanyatra that is being performed to Jagannath. Actually, this festival begins in Jagannath Puri with Jagannath. So there you find the best quality sandalwood, and I will come in a dream of the king, and I order the king to give you, and give you also the stamp with the papers for crossing the border between the states. because some were ruled by Muslims, some were ruled by Hindus. So when you cross the border, you have to have papers and everything for the taxes of the things, whatever you are bringing. So then, Madhavendra Puri, he started his journey from Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri. How much time for traveling? 2 months, walking. And he was an old man. He was not young and energetic. He was an old man. But nevertheless, he has to do his seva. If Krishna is ordering, we have to do it, right? So in this way, he began to walk. So he came to Jagannath Puri Dham, and then he found the best quality of sandalwood, also camphor. And then when he was on his way back, he stopped in a place called Remuna. In Remuna, there is a very famous deity called Gopinath, Kirchor Gopinath. That is a very special pastime about this deity. I will just tell him in brief. So, when Madhavendra Puri was there in this temple, no, actually he stopped there when he was going, on the way. Sorry, yes. Sorry, yeah. So, on his way to Puri, he stopped in Remuna to see the deity of Gopinath. And this deity is being offered a very special condensed milk that is being given in some small clay pots like this. I have taken that prasadam, and the taste of this condensed milk is something else, really. You cannot find the same type of taste anywhere in India. You don't find this. So Madhavendra Puri, he got this prasadam and he tasted that, and then he thought, oh, this is so tasty that I want to learn how to make it so I can make for my Gopal in Vrindavan. Then he went to sleep, and then that very night he went back to, he started his journey towards Jagannath Puri. So he was sleeping at night in the market, in the empty market there. So then in the middle of the night, the deity of Gopinath came in the dream of the Pujari. Pujari is the one who worships the deity. And he told to the Pujari, I have kept a pot of condensed milk, kheer. I have kept a pot of kheer for my very dear devotee called Madhavendra Puri. So he's now sleeping somewhere in the market. You should go there and bring this prasadam for him. So then the Pujari, he said, he came out of his dream and he thought, but how this pot of kheer is hiding somewhere? I have cleaned everything, I have prepared everything. I didn't see any pot of kheer in the altar. But anyway, he went there, he opened, and then he found a small pot of kheer. So he was very surprised, and now he has to fulfill the order of Gopinath. So then, so he came to the market and he was calling out, Madhavendra Puri, Madhavendra Puri. So then he came, Madhavendra Puri came and said, yes, I am Madhavendra Puri. So he said, oh, Gopinath kept for you this special kheer and sent me here to give you. And then he thought, I will keep this, of course. Krishna sent, I have to keep. And this was also milk. It was part of his vow also. He could take it. Then he begins to eat that condensed milk. Is Maharaj coming now? Oh, he came? Oh, I didn't see. Okay. So, just to make the story short, now we have time for Arati. So he ate all that kheer, relishing slowly. But not only that, the very clay pot that was holding the kheer, he was breaking that in small pieces and chewing that. And he also ate the whole pot along many days, not at once. gradually he was taking small pieces and chewing slowly until that dissolves. Because he thought everything here is prasadam. I'm not going to waste anything. Do you have such faith? When they serve prasadam here, do you eat the plastic plate also? No, not possible.
Possibly you can eat also.
But we don't do it, right? We are afraid of maybe having some stomach problem, anything. But if you really have faith, you're not going to have any side effects. But you have to have that, transcendental consciousness to be able to, transmute all these things. So now, making the story short, he went to Jagannath Puri. Already his fame was there before he arrived. Everyone knew that he was the person for whom Gopinath has stolen the pot of Kheer. So therefore, that deity became Kheer Chora Gopinath. Chora means thief. The thief of Kheer, that Gopinath who stole for Madhavendra Puri. So when Madhavendra Puri came there, he was already very famous. And he was trying to escape that. He was trying to avoid that. Because very humble Vaishnava. He doesn't want any name and fame and things like. So anyhow, he got all the... yes, Maharaj, okay. 1 minute. He got the sandalwood. And then on his way back, again, he stopped in Remuna because it's a long journey. He has to stop in different place. So he stopped in that very temple of Gopinath. And then Gopinath told in his dream, "Oh, Madhavendra, no need to go all the way to Vrindavan. You can apply sandal paste in Gopinath because I am no different from him. This is the same." So then...
That what you speak is what told by Mahaprabhu himself on that place when he was there.
Again?
Mahaprabhu himself spoke that later.
Yes.
Yes.
So in this way, he applied the chandan around the body of this Gopinath for 21 days. So this is the Chandan Yatra festival that we all celebrate in Gaudiya Math. And tomorrow you can go online and check the temples, and the deities. Many devotees, they will be, showing the deities completely covered, only Krishna, completely covered in sandal paste. Very beautiful, very beautiful. Okay, so now we have Arati. So also I want to say that today is my last Sunday program here. Next week I'm leaving, and I want to thank so much for especially the temple managers and all the temple devotees for hosting me here once more. Thank you for everything. It's for me a great pleasure and honor to have all your association, especially with Maharaj, Bhakti Narasimha Maharaj, and Santa Maharaj, the Pujari, and also our Madhusudana Maharaj, the in charge. And I beg for all of you for your causeless mercy and your blessing so that I can continue my mission, my service to my Gurudev, to Radha Govinda. Also, I beg forgiveness for any offense I have made, committed to all of you, knowingly or unknowingly. I am very fallen, very unqualified, but for sure, my intention is always the best, and nevertheless, we are bound to make mistakes. We are conditioned souls. So therefore, I am begging for your causeless mercy and your shelter and your love and affection. So thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Vancha kaupatarubhyasya kripa sindhubheva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.